about rehashing business strategies for rise and experience. The right time to invite all the moderators on stage. So first, I would love to invite, please welcome with a huge round of applause everybody, Mr. Vikrant Ponkshe, the CMD, Beam Catalyst Private Limited. I want your clapping for each one of them, everybody. Now I invite Mr. Narender Singh Dabi, the MD, Adarsh Cooperative Bank Limited. Give him a big hand also, everyone. Mr. Vijay Kurankar, the CEO, Ambarnath Jaihind Co-operative Bank. Mr. Suhas Patil, the Senior Director, Finacle India. Mr. Mandar Vartak, the CEO, IT, Raigad, DCCB. Mr. Arjun, Bhaskaran, the CTO, Fintech Venture. May I have a big round of applause for him as well?
Very good morning everyone. And madam, just to let you know, energies of bankers comes collaboratively, and when things are close to their heart, they open up. So we'll try in the panel out here to try to make it as interactive and as intuitive for the benefit of all of us. And when we were talking about the subject today, it's about growth in the cooperative sector. We are looking at things, it's not a level playing field for us. We have been cribbing about being a cooperative bankers. We have been cribbing about the RBI guidelines, the dual control that we had, and lots of things have changed. And our mentors and our guides like Satish Ji Marathi sir ho, ya Jyotendra Bhai Mehta ji ho, ya the people who have been cooperators for many years out here, they have themselves transformed. If you see if you look at the pitches that they were giving in the earlier part of I would say 2000s, and now what they're talking about, there's a radical change in the thought process, in the direction they're trying to give us, and the way everybody is expecting the cooperative sector to now tighten their belts and come out more rigorously and be more relevant in the days to come. Dabi sir, सब लोग बोलते हैं कि बिजनेस सिनेरियो काफी डिफरेंट हो रहा है, डिफिकल्ट हो रहा है. आपका एक्सपीरियंस, I was quite inspired with the way you have steered the bank out there. So if you could just tell us more about it. मतलब एक बार तो you had seen a downward trend in business and you have bounced back onto it. I think that is going to be more relevant for our people here. बाकी technologies क्या है? You have a plethora of people out there. They'll be able to tell you many things. But लेकिन practically आपने ये कैसे किया और क्या किया?
आप सही कह रहे हैं कि बिजनेस के लिए बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हैं. चैलेंजेस है भी और अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है. 90s में आपने देखा होगा कि अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव बैंक रूरल एंड सेमी अर्बन एरियाज के लिए क्रेडिट के लिए बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी थी. डे बाय डे ये क्रेडिट अपॉर्चुनिटी कम होती गई क्योंकि हमारा कंपटीशन बढ़ता गया. मेरा यही कहना है कि हमें अगर ग्रोथ चाहिए तो हमें 360 डिग्री पे ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. हमें हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स, एडपा, सर्विसेज, टेक्नोलॉजी, एमलमेशन, मर्जर्स, सॉफ्टवेयर बैंक्स और पेमेंट्स गेटवे या जो भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी आता है उसको विद इन द टाइम हमें अडॉप्ट करना पड़ेगा. अगर हम समय पे काम नहीं करेंगे या समय पे काम नहीं करेंगे तो अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं रहेगी. अभी पिछले सेशन में मराठी साहब ने हमारे चित्तौड़ में जब बता रहे थे उन्होंने एक बात कहा था. रिजर्व बैंक की एक रिपोर्ट है जिसमें भारत के अंदर इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ हो रही है एज वेल एज अर्बनाइजेशन हो रहा है. ग्रामीण अर्थव्यवस्था का अर्बनाइजेशन ज़्यादा हो रहा है या छोटे सेंटर अर्बन सेंटर में कन्वर्ट हो रहे हैं. मेरा ये मानना है उस दिन साहब ने जो एक हमारे को एक क्लू दिया है कि अर्बन सेक्टर होने से हमारे पास कितनी सारी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. इस अपॉर्चुनिटी को हम कितने टाइम में करें. मैंने भी उस दिन सुना और सुनते लगा कि हमारे पास बिजनेस को हमारे पास 2x, 1x, 3x करने के लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी. मैं कुछ उदाहरण देना चाहूँगा. कई जगह बिजनेस आपका डीप हो जाता है किसी कारण से, बट जो बिजनेस की ग्रोथ हम लोग कंफर्ट जोन में बैठने के बाद ये होता है कि सर वो कंपटीशन है, वहाँ है। अर्बन बैंक्स में देखा होगा कि CD रेशियो इज द बिगेस्ट इशू, कैपिटल इज नॉट, CD रेशियो इज द बिगेस्ट इशू। बिकॉज ऑफ दैट कि वी आर वर्किंग ऑन ट्रेडिशनल पैटर्न, वी आर वर्किंग ऑन आवर प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो। जबकि हमारे साथ जितने भी अभी जो कंपटीशन में आए हैं, दे आर वर्किंग, दे मेक टेलर मेड प्रोडक्ट फॉर द कस्टमर्स, दे गिव रिड्यूस लेस टैक्स। तो मेरा ये कहना है कि जब हम इस बारे में जाएंगे और हम टेक्नोलॉजी को करेंगे, जहाँ दूसरी स्ट्रेंथ है हमारी, अगर हमें टेक्नोलॉजी को लेना है तो पुल हमें बनाना पड़ेगा। जैसा अभी हमारा नेशनल फेडरेशन में भी अम्ब्रेला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाया है, ये बन रहा है। जब तक हम आपस में टेक कंपनियों के साथ मिलके या हमारे अदर बैंकर्स के साथ मिलके व्हाट इज द बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन वी वांट टू टेक ऑन टाइम, कब लेना है, कब उसको एक्सपोज करना है, और इसलिए कारण है जैसा अभी आपने बताया CRM। तीसरी चीज है कि हमें सबसे ग्राउंड पे जाना पड़ेगा। हम जैसा बताया रामलाल जी हमारे कस्टमर थे और उनका बेटा अब हमारे पास आता है, रामलाल जी लेके भी आते हैं तो वो नहीं रहता है। तो उसके लिए हमें एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा, हमें हमारी प्रोडक्ट्स को, हमारी सर्विसेज को और हमारे एरिया अप्रोच को, इन तीनों को करना पड़ेगा। साथ में मेरा ये टेक्नोलॉजी सबसे बेस्ट पार्ट है जिसको हमें अडॉप्ट करते हुए डेवलप करना पड़ेगा। और मार्केट में सर्विसेज, अर्बन बैंक्स आज भी जो स्ट्रेंथ है तो उसका यही है कि पर्सनलाइज सर्विस है। बट अब इसमें भी हमें कंपटीशन आ रहा है क्योंकि जो भी बैंक है उनका फोकस एरिया रूरल, टाउन A, B, C ग्रेड में और रूरल एरिया में आ रहा है। पर हमारी भी अपॉर्चुनिटी है। दूसरी अपॉर्चुनिटी मैं एक बता रहा हूँ कि रिजर्व बैंक ने जो पॉलिसी थी, हर बार कहेंगे कि अभी ये बात है, ये बात मैं मानता हूँ, बट अभी जो आने वाला गत वर्ष एक आध सालों में जो हमें छूट मिली है, जो हमें एट पार बिजनेस करने के लिए फेज टू फेज माइनस में जो रिलैक्सेशन मिल रहे हैं, इट इज द पॉजिटिव ऑल्सो। तीसरा, हमारे सहकारिता मंत्री ने भी हमें कहा है कि हमें अपनी ग्रोथ दिखानी पड़ेगी। अगर हम ग्रोथ दिखाएंगे तो रेगुलेटर हमें कुछ चार्ज देंगे ही देंगे, और ग्रोथ दिखाने के लिए हमें सबसे बड़ी बात यही है कि हम हमारी टीम को कैसे मार्केट में भेजें। हमारे पास 1x 2x बिजनेस करने के लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी है, थ्रेट्स है और अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है। किसी बैंक के साथ अगर प्रॉब्लम हो जाए और उसका बिजनेस 30-40% डाउन हो जाता है और अगर वो मेहनत करे और उस बिजनेस को 20% प्लस ले आवे, तो क्या हम सब सेक्टर में नहीं कर सकते? इट इज पॉसिबल। हाउ कैन इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल? इट इज पॉसिबल, बट इट इज मिक्स ऑफ द HR, मिक्स ऑफ द सेल्स एंड मिक्स ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी and also the mindset of the management also. So what is the management threat? What is the 5-year or 10-year milestone plan for our sector or our organization? Thank you.
Very well said, Dabi ji. Thank you so much. Again, Vijay ji, मैं आपके पास आऊँगा now. आप मतलब you have lot of competition out there. उसमें what have been your strategies for growth and what you think कि नए ज़माने चलते वक्त हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा और उसके लिए आपने क्या strategies adopt किए हैं?
Urban sector. Okay. So what we need is, and now secondly, technology. Technology is the day of the order of the day. So what we need today is technical partners to take care of banking requirement. Why we need technical partners? So we are in the business of finance, accepting deposit, lending, and investment. But these are the financial terms. But we need technical knowledge. We have to reskill, upskill our staff. We have to reskill, upskill our staff to take the challenges of the modern day, modern banking. And again, digital banking. What is digital banking? It is simple. But then, for simplicity also, you need to have technical support. See, every bank has got core banking solution. But that was invented some time back. It was done. So, but banking is changing every day. So how to cope with the banking? So we need some technical support, technical partners who can lend support to the industry. So that is how we are planning to do. What we need is now, see, every person, every employee, even though we are doing marketing, we can't go to each and every place. Okay? So what we do is third party, mobilization, we can engage some services of other people who can help us for marketing. Secondly, only now banking, if you take margins are under strain. So how to improve bottom line? Fee-based income should go up. So fee-based income, how to go? We can go for insurance, third-party mobilization. Even our assets, we are financing stock, property, movable assets. But that again insurance is required to keep them in a good state. So for that also again we need another partner who can take care of insurance or the assets. So all facets of banking require technical partner. Bank alone cannot do on their own.
Very well said, sir. Thank you so much. And you have brought from very important topics. That brings me to you, Suhas. He mentioned that you have a core and which policy is pretty outdated. Finacle, the most important player in the field, the giant, and normally you say elephants are, they cannot be agile. Yeah. And now we have a changing scenario. You have a lot of things that were not thought of earlier. They are part of the ecosystem in the banking. So how do you think Finacle is going to help my dear friends out here? A, you have to cross the barrier that now Finacle is not only for the biggies, they are also there for cooperators, they are also there for small beginners. So that's the first thing. Second thing is people feel that you may not get resources for Finacle. Plus now they are thinking that it's possibly an outdated system and we need to have an agile, robust core banking system out there. What is Finacle's take? What is the thought process in Finacle? And what is the offering that you would have for my dear friends here?
Yes, sir. What you say is absolutely right. Core banking is the central system and every bank wants to have it and retain it for years and years to go. The Finacle story continues. We started with the first core banking solution with many versions. First version was deployed in small, large banks. Then we had a revolution every 3, 4, 5 years. The technology changes. So we got the new version, but the focus went on. So we added new functions, we added new functionalities, we added new technical layers. We always keep hearing that out of cycle, out of technology, those versions needed to be changed. So we did initially all that. But beyond that, when the online scope came, when RBI regulators, then new requirements, then the customer reach and the customer requirements started changing, then it was time to redo the whole thing in a different way, and that is what Infosys has done. Finacle new latest version, we did our own part. So we focused on the software, we focused on the functionality. Then beyond that, what is needed is technology. So technology is something, it's not my only one part. So I went ahead with the ecosystem, I looked around, and there are so many technology partners. So there are fintech companies, there are technology OEMs, there are other companies who come with a lot of innovation. So idea is to complement them. Many ideas come from the bank itself. They come with all the possible requirements, and our idea is to hear them out. Hear them to the last leg and see what they are looking for. There are certain things we can do, so we add it in our functionality, but there are certain things we cannot do it, and the whole idea is to complement on that. So go with the technology, interface with the small partners, and then give the end user solution and ask them, sir, this is what we are looking for. And that is what we are doing. So that partner ecosystem is something we are working on. With the partner ecosystem, yes, we have to work with all the sectors of the bank, and that's the only way to survive, that's the only way to rise, and that is the only way to share the experience, the last mile targets what everyone wants, and finally achieve and keep the requirements, keep in line, aligned with the regulators, keep in aligned with the bank management, keep in aligned with the end customer what they are looking for. So all those things we try to do along with our partner ecosystem, and that is the way forward we feel.
Excellent. Dear cooperators, my only suggestion and feedback to you is, people are learning from us. It's time we also learn from them. A company like Infosys is now talking about cooperation. It's talking about ecosystem. It's talking about connecting with people. So we should really be proud that we are setting examples for even the startups like Finacle, that now way forward is collaboration, not competition. Thank you, Suhas. Very valuable inputs from your end. Mandar, I'll come to you. I mean, you, for the benefit of everyone, Mandar has been a CTO. He has been in charge of the loans department, and now he is the CEO of a Raigad DCCB bank. Now, when I was MD of Cosmos, I was always being criticized. Are you a fintech company run kar rahe ho ya bank chala rahe ho? At that point in time, possibly it was ahead of time for any bank to concentrate more on the digital offerings. But Mandar, now it has proved that probably the CEO needs to have the acumen of a CTO, and the CTO needs to start thinking like the CEO from the business perspective. Gone are the days when business and IT were too different, and now it is a time that both have to wear different hats at times required. And DCCB had a slightly different set of things. You have packs, you have with the new regulations and things coming up, packs to make them more relevant. They have to be more of service centers and more of where you can leverage things. How have you been able to manage this in the transition that you have had in all the 3 hats that you wore?
Yeah, thank you. As he introduced, I'm Mandar Vartak, CEO of Raigad DCCB. My guru here already making guru, Mr. Charnashal sir. So I started my career as an IT and working now as a CEO of Raigad DCCB Bank. So we are close to 5,000 crores business, and the main thing what we are gathered here to discuss, like we are the district central cooperative banks. We are working in 3-tier structure. The upper tier is state cooperative bank. We are in the middle tier, and the lower tier is primarily agriculture credit cooperative societies. So, like urban cooperative banks, they have the different freedom for the banking business. But when we are in DCCB category, we are restricting the guidelines of RBI are being regulated by NABARD in our case. So what we have is the major business focus is agriculture based. We are working as an upper tier for packs. So the farmers of packs are our main clients, and in turn a packs is our main client. So what we are doing is we are trying to use this technology because we have a sound client base, that is farmer. So when we are considering our business in urban areas, there are many urban cooperative banks or nationalized banks or private banks. But when we are working in agriculture sector mainly and in rural areas, there are again various scope for the business, and we are targeting those kind of people which are normally unserviced in terms of other banks. So we are offering them various banking products, like we are since live on UPI, we are and also working on various technology products. Like what we did is, first of all, we computerized all our packs and all their accounts we shifted to our core banking services. And all the packs data, now we are having the total control of the data, the customer base in our CPS. Likewise, we are offering them various technical products. We are along with the packs, we are also having, since our Raigad district is close to Mumbai and Pune, and we are having a beautiful coastal area. So the tourism is again a big business opportunities for us. So we are also focusing on the tourism industry. For various hotels and cottages and resorts, we are providing our technical products of bank, where the fintech products are coming into use. Likewise, we are leveraging our business, being a cooperative bank, but using these IT products, we are leveraging our business where the real opportunities, and we are happy that we are serving the bottom line of customers.
Excellent. Thank you, Mandar. Pretty insightful. Arjun, that brings me to you now. Now, see, everybody has been talking about, especially Vijay has spoken about shrinking margins. Dabi sir has told about the opportunities that are there, partnering with them. Now, you come from a background, with insurance. You're part of setup of the Axis Bank. So you're still with UPI, with insurance companies, and now with cybersecurity. Now, and Suhas has also mentioned that collaboration is now the buzzword. So, when I have to tie these things together and I have to stitch plethora of applications for my customer experience, what are the do's and don'ts that you think a bank must adopt? Because there are certain limitations we may have. We don't want to get on the wrong foot from the regulator side, and especially now with the lending and the guidelines that are coming through, it's an evolving scenario. What are the do's and don'ts that the bankers should keep in mind before they embark on this journey? So on one side, you don't want to get too enthused and go overboard by tying up with the wrong people. At the same time, you cannot be left behind with with the rudimentary legacy system that you have. So if you could give insights to my friends on that, would be great.
So I'm hoping to bring an external perspective, so in addition to the conventional thinking. So some of the points I would like to bring to the audience is that, see, next year is going to be transformational for one reason, 5G. Okay. Now 5G and the way Reliance has announced it by December 23, pan-India, this is going to lead to enormous digitalization of the underlying businesses, and particularly on rural banking. The depth of penetration of technologies in information is going to be humongous. Okay. And similarly, we saw the success of UPI and the India Stack. Okay. But now that is being extended into more industries, logistics. Okay. So from a banking perspective, working capital, goods, everything at any stage, traceability is going to increase in a very big way, and with that, asset management, both for the borrower and for the bank also will improve. So it's going to bring big efficiency gains. And overall, we talked about the evolution of core banking till now. We see that Industry 4.0 is something that's unstoppable. Okay. But where is Indian banking? Is it 2.0? Is it 3? We need to look at it. And that cannot be done by the banks alone. The IT vendors also have to keep in step with that. Okay. And while the fintechs are doing their bit, maybe the core banking providers will have to see. And we are now in technology. It's moving from a monolith model to a microservices architecture. That's actually good. It's making it more efficient. But it's also forcing you to deal with many vendors. And both good and bad. You also don't know where the risks are going to come from. Okay? Very true. And that's going to be a very big thing that even a small bank will have to be watchful for. Okay. Then we talked about, you see, the big banks, the private banks, are making enormous money from non-interest income. Okay. Yes. Particularly, they are able to leverage mutual fund insurance, and they are able to sell it better because they have the sales capability and product understanding. But where cooperative banks need to, this one is, most of the all India banks have lost a personal touch. Okay. You go 20 times to the same bank, you are a stranger for them. Okay. So that's where the cooperative bank should really leverage their last mile, the local market, and take it forward and step up the gas on the big banks. Okay. So cooperative banks also should come out of thinking to play catch up. We'd also see where we can, attack is the best form of defense. Okay. So you should think what are our strengths also. And there, globally, see, India, though it may be a stretch, we are trying to be a Vishwaguru. Okay. Why can't we be? Okay. Now there are at least 150 countries which are behind India. Okay. Now our banking model, our operational model, our technology model, and all is fit for exports. So we should think about how to leverage that. And now the growth opportunities are in the MSME sector. Okay. Right. Now in the MSME sector, it is very credit strained, and cooperative banks are best positioned to leverage that part of it. So for all this, we need the more important missing link is trust. Okay. While the trust is an important thing for the banker and the customer, it also between the banker and the IT providers. So that has to move towards a very trust-based relationship. Can I just walk into Apollo Hospital? They may rip me off. So that kind of thing should change for IT also. Perfect. So these are some points.
Excellent. Thank you guys. Very insightful session. A concluding note from my end would be, when I listen to all of these people out here, when I travel the world around, one thing that gets reiterated every time in my mind, जो जितने लोगों से मैं मिलता हूँ, हमेशा बार-बार एक ही चीज़ वापस दिमाग में आती है कि what we need to do is, people are learning from us, we just need to stick to our basics. Today, UPI, India has been the leader in payment spaces industries across the globe. Thank you all.
Wonderful, wonderful.